Good evening and welcome to Mystery Card Class. I'm Nancy Dodge from YB Stamp. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm so glad that you could join me. I hope you've had a chance to gather your supplies that I have listed. I'm going to put them up right here. Excuse me. Still getting over that cold. Everybody has. I'm almost on week 3. Anyway, 11 by 4 1/4 inch cardstock. That's for the base of our card. 4 1/8 by 4 1/8 cut 2 of coordinating cardstock. 4 1/8 by 1 1/8, and also some scraps for your banners. White, vanilla, or beige cardstock, 3 7/8 by 3 7/8, plus scrap for your banner. Designer series paper, 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. And another piece that is 3 7/8 by 7/8. Your trimmer, bone folder, sentiments, images, die cuts, coordinating inks, adhesives, dimensionals, embellishments if desired. And I wrote optional circle dies or punches or similar. However, excuse me, you can just cut something square or cut it freehand or fussy cut or whatever. It does not matter. Alrighty. Let's go to clue number 1. Well, actually, before I do that, I think I'm going to show you, excuse me. So this is what I had in mind. These are some of the dies that I had. Some layering circles. I don't know if you can see those. I kind of print something for the back. Stylish shapes, something like that. I also have all my punches here, different sizes that you could use. So that's what I was thinking. But you could always cut things, like I said, square or what have you. All right, on to clue number 1. Score cardstock, so you're going to need your trimmer and your bone folder at 5 1/2 and 4 1/4. All right, I'm going to transition this. So here's my cardstock. Going to get my blade out of the way, and I'm going to do this at 4 1/4, and again at 5 1/2, like so. And then diagonal from the bottom left to the top right. And what I mean by that is, I know it's very hard to see, so I'll score this just a little bit. So this is the front of your card, and we're going to score from here to here. So I'm going to put this right along the gully, so that right where the score line starts here, and then the diagonal right there. I'm going to put this in the middle so I don't squish that corner right up here, and give it a score. All right, we're done with the trimmer. Then I want you to fold this. Make sure your ends are even. And I'm going to score this back, fold this back. Make sure your top and bottoms are even. And then this top piece, I want you to fold in and make sure. Okay? So this is what it looks like, the base of your card. All right, next, we're going to clue number 2. Adhere the inside of the 4 1/4 by 1 1/2 section of card base to the inside left of card base. So that is in here. So I'm going to get out my Stampin' Seal. If you use glue or tear-in tape, just go right along the line of both pieces as best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect, but so see, that's where I have my adhesive. And then I'm going to fold this over. And I'm going to smooth it out so that it stays stuck. All right. Clue number 3. I'm going to stick this aside and start pulling out my pieces. And it says to adhere the DSP to coordinating cardstock. And I've lost a piece of my cardstock. Isn't that good? I hate when that happens. Okay. I am going to quickly cut more of my cardstock. Sorry about that. And this is 1 1/8 by 4 1/8. All right. So now I'm going to adhere my DSPs to my coordinating cardstock. Now some of you may be looking at this designer series paper saying, wow, that's really pretty. Where did that come from? And I would say to you that this is designer series paper from the Celebration catalog that goes live in 2 days on Tuesday the 7th. Isn't it really pretty? So while you're gawking at that, let me just show you some of the other. It's really, really pretty. So this is what I'm using. And there's the back side. Isn't this pretty? Look at the rich color. The back side. Melon Mambo. And the back side has, I think it's Petal Pink. It's just gorgeous paper. So for every $60 that you spend, you get to pick an item from the Celebration catalog, and this paper is one of the choices. Isn't it pretty? I just love it. Oh, look at this rich Blackberry Bliss. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I just love it. Got it? Yep. But look at that. So you get 12 pieces of paper, of designer series paper, for free with your $60 order. All right, let's get back to, I think I'm on clue number 4, right? Okay, so now it wants me to adhere the DSP, which I just did, and then to the bottom right triangle. Okay. So this is going here on this section. And what I love about this mystery card that I do is that you can use any stamp set, any dies, any cardstock, any designer series paper that you want. I think I liked it this way better. So now I'm just going to put it on this triangle piece here. There we go. And then center it the best you can. Make sure that it didn't stick. It's good to go. All right. Okay, let's see. Clue number 5. adhere the 3 7/8 by 3 7/8 of your vanilla or white vanilla beige cardstock to the coordinating cardstock, and then to the inside right of the card base. Okay, so that's this and this. If you're using glue, I know it takes a little bit longer, so I'll try not to go too fast. And then to the inside right. Sometimes I cut the stamp and seal off too fast, and then it doesn't want to cooperate when I put it down. Alright, center it as best you can, and it should leave just a little bit of an edge all the way around, like so. Okay? Alright, clue number 6. Die cut, punch, or cut to size scrap coordinating cardstock and stamp image or adhere die cut. Okay. Now for me, everybody's different. For me, I'm going to try something a little different. I'm doing it in white, and I'm going to stamp this from Memorable Blooms, which is also from it's not from the Celebration catalog, but it's from the I can say this, the January to April mini catalog. All right, now instead of stamping this in black and coloring it in, I want to do like a watercolor thing like this. So I have my Stampin' Write markers, and I'm going to attempt to color these in and then stamp it. So I haven't done this before. I mean, I've done this technique that I'm doing, but I'm also going to watercolor. So it's going to be a little different than the norm. And I'm hoping it works. So just bear with me. If you guys have your stuff ready, you can go ahead and do that. Alright, so I've done my Coastal Cabana. Now I'm going to do the bigger bloom in Mango Melody. I'm trying to make sure I get all the lines correct. So if you've never used your stamps, you can only do this on the cling stamps. They don't come out very good if you use just the polymer, but it comes out pretty good when you use it on the rubber stamps here. Just got to make sure you get everything, and then you just kind of turn it in the light a little so you can see that you've got it. And then Blackberry Bliss for the little one here. This will be interesting. I'm hoping it'll work. It worked in my mind when I was setting out to do it earlier today, so hopefully it will work. If not, we'll find out, right? Okay. So the whole thing to do on this is to huff and then stamp. And that's what it comes out like. It's pretty, isn't it? However, now, first I have to wash and dry my stamp, because you know me, I always end up with ink on me if I don't. Plus it's a good habit to get into. I'm going to use my water painters. And the smallest one, and I'm going to use my ink. So for those of you who don't know, see how this has the ink on that? I just squeezed it a little bit, and I'm just going to take a little bit because I don't want it to be dark, and I'm going to just watercolor this a little. Hopefully it will. It's a little dark. Oh, there we go. I don't need much ink actually. Just trying to give it that watercolor look. I guess I messed up that first one, but we'll just ignore that. All right. Do you guys ever watercolor? It just adds a whole different look to it. All right, let's see. There. All right, and then just take either a paper towel or a scrap piece of paper. I have a scrap piece here. Just kind of get rid of the color that you've got on there. And I'm going to start doing the Melon Mambo. If I can get it open. There we go. So I've learned I just want a little bit. Just get that water to drip a little. There we go. I don't want to put too much on, but I do want it to blur. I think it worked better in my mind than it's doing, but it's still pretty. So normally I wouldn't take this long on this, but because I was doing something different, I thought I should get rid of the color, go through and show you. Alright. And then Blackberry Bliss. I'll see there isn't any there because I haven't watercolored with this yet. So all you do is you close it and just squeeze a little bit in the middle, and it should land on your back here, and then just add a little bit of water. And paint. You don't want too much. You're just after that watercolory look. Now, there are a lot of people out there that are much more artistic than myself. They probably would have done this differently, but hey, I'm just a novice. But I love to play. Alright, close that up. Okay, and then I said to cut it, but I'm going to let that dry just a minute because it's so wet before I put it in anything. So let's go on to clue number 7. Die cut punch or cut to size scrap for your sentiment. All right, I have another piece here, and I have my stamps here. Let's see. I tend to be thanking a lot of people this time of year, so I think I'll go with that. And then I think I'm going to use the Coastal Cabana because I want it to really pop. Ink it up. Stamp. Alright. And then I used the piece that I was going to use for behind it. Let's quick wash and dry. But I think I have something here. Just happen to have some scraps. So let's see. Put that away. Oops. So I'm going to use my punches. You guys can use with your fussy cut. You can make squares. You can use dies. All right, let's see. So this is going on the front. Thanks so much. Oh, look at that. It fits pretty well. And I didn't even have to cut it. All right. And then this one's just about dry. I think I'm going to use, well, let me see. So I want to get it in there just right. I think I'll use the next size up, which is a 2-inch. I love these punches. I don't know about you, but I love punches. All right, there we go. I'm going to put my punches aside. All right, so that was clue number 7. And then clue number 8 is to do the in coordinating cardstock, which I already had, just happen to have here, but you'll have to do yours. So that's clue number 8. Clue number 9. Put dimensionals on the back of each and adhere the image to the inside bottom right and the sentiment banner on the card front as desired. Okay, so first I need to adhere this to there. And then it says to put dimensionals on the back of these. So let's see what I've got. I don't know why, but all my dimensionals seem to be jumping ship lately. They keep jumping out of my side cart over here and on the floor, but I found some, so we're good to go. All right. So the image one, so I got pretty close, didn't I? That's pretty good. Doesn't it look watercolory? All right. One more. And I'm going to put this in here. Let's see. How about like that? Bottom right. Okay. And this, however you want it on the front of your card. Now, if you had some die cuts you wanted to put underneath here, go right ahead and do it. You can. So I did say die cuts. So I'm going to stick it right there. And then I have these gems. Sunny Day Iridescent Dots. And these are also from the January to April mini that goes live in 2 days. But look how well this coordinates with this paper. Isn't that pretty cool? All right, let's see. But I think I'm going to go, I don't know, I really like the green. So the Coastal Cabana. And let's see. Just going to kind of place them around. All right, whoops. You know what? I think I skipped a couple of, oh yeah, so there's 11. Sorry, embellish as desired. Okay, forgot number 10. Stamp sentiment on the inside of the card if desired. So you can or you can't. I think I'm just going to leave it blank. So this is how your card pops up like that. Isn't that cute? That's your mystery card. Don't you just love it? So your guest or whoever the recipient of your card can display it neatly on their desk or whatever you want. I just thought that was a really cute idea. Alrighty, thank you very much for joining me. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. If you would like the January to April mini or the celebration catalog, don't hesitate to get in touch with me. And I will see you next Sunday for Back to Basics. Until then, happy stamping.